right, folks, we're going dark mode. Dark mode. Dark mode on. What kind of flavor we got tonight? Raspberry. See? Polar. There you go. All right, let's get started. This is your crisis report. It is for October 8th, 2025. Yeah, I got a little bit going on. Just a nice little peace deal going on. Hopefully, hopefully it'll stick. But yeah, covered and talked about it over on the PrepperNow, the other channel. And basically, Netanyahu needs it, Trump needs it, Hamas needs it. So it's time, you know. So we shall see. But yeah, we're going dark mode tonight. Darkness is spreading everyone. Darkness. So we're brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. If you're into the gold and silver thing and you want to put your IRA or 401k, this is a great company to do it. Highly touted, Better Business Bureau, CNBC, other big financials have touted them for their great work that they do. Check out the link in the description, do an informational with them, and then from there you can, decide yay, nay, or whatever. No obligation. Okay? All right. Let's get started on your crisis report for October 8th, 2025. Here we go. Israeli government wants to hire NBA star Stephen Curry and actor Chris Pratt for $3.2 million campaign targeting Christian churches in the western United States, promoting an anti-Palestinian message on Israel's behalf. Excuse me. IRS is preparing to furlough almost half the employees due to ongoing government shutdown. Oh, woe is me. That would be terrible. Trump says he took freedom of speech away because although the courts protect it, acts like burning a flag can provoke and upset crowds. Brigitte Macron is reportedly planning to share images of herself pregnant to refute Candace Owens' claims that she was born a man. Bad. Israel and Hamas have reportedly reached an agreement on the first phase of a plan to halt fighting, facilitate the release of hostages and prisoners, according to Trump. Benjamin Netanyahu declared victory following Trump's peace deal, calling it a diplomatic achievement and national and moral triumph for the state of Israel. Trump says Gaza will be rebuilt brick by brick, with neighboring countries contributing to the reconstruction since they possess tremendous wealth. Authorities announced Jonathan Rinderknecht, 29, was arrested and charged for allegedly starting the Palisades fire. Germany's economy could suffer 40 billion euro losses this winter if it's very cold and natural gas stockpiles are too low. Trump administration officials are seriously discussing invoking the Insurrection Act in the United States. Attorney General Pam Bondi, just like we did with cartels, we're going to take the same approach, President Trump, with Antifa, destroy the entire organization from top to bottom. We're going to make them apart. We're going to take them apart. Spain's grid operator warns of a new voltage swing, urges measures to avoid another massive blackout. Trump will classify Antifa as a foreign terrorist organization coming up this week. German electricity prices are at their highest level in 7 months amid a cold wave, declining renewable energy production. How much longer can Europe keep backing Ukraine? It's an interesting one. According to Visual Capitalist chart based on Eurostat data used, overall debt to GDP ratio is 82%. It's been that way since the first quarter of 2025. Billions pouring into defense spending. National debts are rising, putting budget stability at risk. Greece and Italy have slightly trimmed their record high debts of 153 and 138% respectively, but France has hit a new low, 4 trillion or 114% of GDP. Country's credit rating was cut by Fitch, the deficit hit record levels, and political tensions continue to boil. Government raised the retirement age and even proposed scrapping two public holidays, Easter Monday and Victory Day. Germany's debt stands at 62% of GDP, about 20% below the EU average, but increased military spending is pushing that back up. Once upon a time, a 100% debt to GDP ratio was considered a death sentence for an economy. Now it's the norm. Japan's sitting uncomfortably about 260, but as long as the narrative fits, a Rona, defense against aggression, there's always room for a new, more trillion to be borrowed, wasted, or printed. U.S. has given at least $21.7 billion in military aid to Israel since the Gaza war began in October 2023, $17.9 billion under Biden, and $3.88 billion under Trump, Brown University report has stated. Investigators say Jonathan Rinderknecht, who allegedly caused the deadly Palisades fire, asked ChatGPT to generate a dystopian image of a burning forest, people in poverty, and the rich watching. Authorities say he maliciously set a fire on January 1st, killed 12, and destroyed over 6,800 buildings. Derek Groves, last of 10 inmates who escaped from the New Orleans jail way back when, well, he was spotted in Atlanta. Law enforcement surrounded the home. An asteroid about the size of a small building zoomed past Earth unnoticed by astronomers last week, coming as close to the Earth's surface as the International Space Station, according to the European Space Agency. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries and New York Representative Mike Lawler clash over government shutdowns. Nick Sortor said, I took this flag from the man that was burning it in the street, as pertaining to the fight that was going on, and they were dressed up. I took this flag from that man that's burning in the street. President Trump, did you know who he was? He said, oh, yeah. Trump said, well, why don't you give it to Pam? Give it to the Attorney General. Let's start a prosecution. Norwegian Nobel Committee in Oslo about to set to announce the laureate for the Peace Prize 2025 Friday at 11 Central European Standard Time or 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Trump is one of the nominated members amongst 243 other individuals and 94 other organizations. October 7th, 2023, Hamas has officially released a number of hostages alive with them. Hamas negotiators say they have 20 living hostages with them. 7 to 15 hostage bodies are reportedly missing and may never be recovered. And wouldn't be surprised when Netanyahu announces the dissolution of the Knesset before signing the ceasefire deal, as the government is hanging by a thread. Germany's budget committee has approved the purchase of 20 new Eurofighter jets worth about 3.75 billion euros each as part of a broader $7 billion defense package aimed at enhancing NATO's electronic warfare and intelligence capabilities. Texas National Guard troops are being deployed to the Broadview, Illinois ICE facility in Chicago area tonight to provide security. Hamas source told AFP the hostages will be released within 72 hours of the agreement's start. Trump announced, there is a deal. I'm very proud to announce both Israel and Hamas have signed the first phase of our plan. Means that the hostages will be released very soon and Israel will withdraw its forces to the agreed upon line. as a first step toward a strong, stable, and everlasting peace, all sides will receive fair treatment. This is a great day for the Arab and Muslim world, for Israel, for all the surrounding countries, for the United States of America. Thank you, the mediators from Qatar, Egypt, Turkey, and who worked with us to make this historic and unprecedented event possible. Blessed are the peacekeepers. Lindsey Graham says, I'm beyond thankful and grateful that it appears the hostages will be released and the ceasefire will take effect in Gaza. President Trump and his team, our regional partners, and our friends in Israel should all be congratulated for making this important step forward together. IDF spokesperson in Arabic warns the residents in Gaza Strip that the northern Gaza Strip is still a dangerous combat zone and they should return from the north. Israeli President Herzog thanked U.S. President Trump efforts to reach a peace deal between Israel and Hamas. He pledged full support in the agreement and supported U.S. President Trump's candidacy for the Nobel Prize. Ilaria Salas is an interesting one, has just been granted immunity by the European Parliament. She is a member of the infamous Antifa Hammer Gang, which attacks right-wing politicians and activists with hammers. Lovely. Several of her victims were completely random people who were mistakenly identified as nationalists and who were left with life-changing injuries. Hungary wanted to prosecute Salas for a series of these violent attacks in Budapest, but the European Parliament has now voted to give Salas full immunity. Rule of law and the law don't exist in Europe. They are just another set of tools used by those in power to oppress the native population. That's why I lost my immunity as a member of parliament and got a prison sentence for hate speech. While Salas doesn't lose her immunity for attempted murder, Salas serves a great replacement regime. I oppose it. Trump administration is considering a plan to sell portions of the $1.6 trillion federal student loan portfolio to private equity and investors. Lovely. In other words, they want to sell student debt to collectors who will start pressuring people to pay up. There we go. Trump administration has held increasingly serious discussions in recent days regarding President Trump invoking the Insurrection Act, gives the president the power to deploy active duty troops inside the U.S. for law enforcement, according to NBC. President Trump was asked on Tuesday about whether he would invoke the Insurrection Act and replied, quote, well, it's been invoked before, and if Governor J.B. Pritzker can't do the job, we'll do the job. And Macron doesn't give up and has decided to appoint a new prime minister in the next 48 hours after a suggestion from the dismissed Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu. Lecornu told Macron that there is a way to get out of current deadlock without them resigning or dissolving the parliament. And that, my friends, is your crisis report for Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. We hope you're having a good day. We're brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. Check out the links in the description. Check out the link for the Substack. That gives you the full transcript. Other than that, folks, keep prepping, okay? A lot of crazy going on out there. And you're going to want to be completely ready for it because, well, it's interesting to see. It's I don't know. Now I feel like America is reading like a book and not a good book. one of those B, version apocalypse books. So it's not going well, folks. Let's hope this peace deal sticks and other good things happen. We can start to see a ray of light. God bless, and we will see you on the next one.